All right, I'm back. Whew. All right. It's the same old tradition over and over again. So I'm just gonna trace again. All right. So I'm back. Sorry about that. You know, it's the connection. It's this routine connection between in eight. It's this exact time where connection dies off at 8:30. I'm getting this pattern over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But I'm not complaining. Let's stop complaining. I want to talk about more about the place I was in. As you missed it all because everything was blurry all at once. You know, I was checking out some good shit. Like this place was huge. This was at a church, at a chapel in freaking Quebec. Colonially colonized, but still. It was just unbelievable. You have no idea, yo. You had no idea. There's so much to show you. There was so much to show you in this place. We took many photos. There was also an underground version. There's more. There's another secret chapel, secret gathering, right? Sorry, I'm not like oh my god. Anyways, there's a secret chaplain, but this time it's for nuns. I was, I didn't want. There was someone there praying to the Virgin, to the Virgin Mary, secretly over there, and I think it was like a private place, but people still go in there anyways. People come in and go. Now, I'm aware of faith on such behalfs, although not really. But like this row here, it was like there was two stories. So it's the first floor, that's the chapel, and then there was another floor down. I mean, these people were very faithful in Catholicism. These were Catholicism to the core. There, and then like what else? Also, I think I did caught a picture of a Native American here, Indian Disparis, the Prairies. Oh, these are prairie Indians. Yeah, this was a Native American on this place, but I could tell it's also a modern place too. Like, yeah, I had the history and colonialism until you reach here. That's when I realized, okay, this is a modern place, but still huge. Still huge. This right here is in the parliament. Everything everywhere. Yeah, I was inside the parliament too. I was in the parliament of Quebec. And regarding to whatever it is, this is how it was. I if I went to Washington D.C., but it was closed. The parliament in the United States was closed compared to the one that we went to in in America. Oh god. Some shit you wanna fucking add up, dog. But fucking. Yeah, this one is everything else. Oh yeah. But there's a lot more to show you. There's a lot more to show you guys. There's a lot more to show you guys. This was just so much more. So much more to show. You have no idea. I'm destined to show you guys way more. But I'm gonna make a video out of it, so hopefully. Mmm. Now, a lot of stuff. Oh, God, what am I speaking of? Jesus Christ. Les Julies de June. That's one made in France. Blitz. But that's Kasparov. It's Russian. Oh my god, that was Radiant. Oh, but that's Manhua. That was more Manhua than I have in America. Kingdom of Quartz. Bomhat. That's French. And then of course Japan's Berserk. There was a manga station. Yeah, I took this fucking picture too. Oh my god, yeah. Yo, you have balls, yo. Oh, this one's actually just very French all the way. It's a graphic novel. You can't open it. And there was many more in the West. There was stuff to watch, stuff to sell, but motherfuckers don't want to sell in America, yo. Ichi the Witch. Hello. This one is French all the way. Bro, French got potential. Quebec and France got potential in these mangas. And there are. Radiant has an anime. Come on, yo. All right, let's go back. Now, there's a lot more to tell you guys. There's a lot more to show you right now. There's a lot more to show you. I've done crazy stuff out there, man. Oh, but I'm not tired yet. What is this? What? It's 8:40. I still got a lot of time, yo. Bro, I still have a lot of time. No, I just want to tell you about the stuff I showed, bro. There's a lot more I'm about to make. That I will make at least 3 parts in the vlog. So I'm more of a vlog. I'm doing more vlogs, but I'm also drawing too. But I don't know what other content I wanted to do because I wanted to do animations. But I don't know how to do fucking animations. I'm just doing illustrations. I'm right now learning how to do is draw a background, which I am. Look at me. I'm fucking terrible at it, yo. I'm completely terrible at it. Like on God, yo. It's so tantalizing that I'm trying to do something like this freely. But either way, I have a lot of stuff to talk about that I've been watching on the internet. Checked out a lot of news that happened lately. Right after I came back. Actually, no. I was watching it during the time I was still in Quebec. A lot of news has going on, and it has to be talked about. I will make these videos again. I do have to make reviews and trailers. I was watching already. I did watch the Wildwood trailer. I did have to look at the theme park news about the possibility of Pokemon's coming to Islands of Adventures, which apparently it is coming to Islands of Adventures. It will come to Islands of Adventures unless they do something, unless they turn it to Lord of the Rings, which is a potential in Universal Islands of Adventures. Although personally for me, I think it would be best if Pokemon goes to Nintendo, but Legend of Zelda is going to be in Epic Universe. You just cannot leave Super Mario hanging. If it's the Super Nintendo world, do not leave Super Mario hanging. You gotta put Legend of Zelda. Okay, I know that. Another one is, tourism. Again, a common group of people that attacked another mangaka. This time, it was Kei Arana, the creator of Gaichekta, has officially just was chased out of the internet, and many things. We're gonna see it. We're gonna have to see. That's some news that been coming up lately. I had to check it out too. For example, let's go. I'm sorry, but this music's pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had to check it out on this one on behalf. Clear this. I know Kei Arana went down, but I did. There's a lot of stuff I will show you guys. I will make I'm gonna definitely have to do a video. I'll do it like a stream of a vlog video of me making my vlog video about this stuff. But at the same time, we're also got to talk about something more important too. Thank God I touched grass. At the time being, I've touched good grass. Enough grass to keep myself calm and happy, refreshed and everything as I go back to the United States where everything is just hell and brimstone and sanity and toxicity has been destroying the place. But that doesn't mean that Quebec is heaven on earth. Quebec is not heaven on earth. There are some bad people there. In Quebec, I had to deal with a junkie that's trying to offer me smokes, and I'm like, I don't speak French, but he's like, bro, I got a smoke. He's just pointing at people, but he was still running around in the community. And funny enough, that junkie lives upstairs, so he has a home, but he didn't harm anybody either ways. But he was kind of annoying. What's really annoying is this shit. Is this kind of shit that has been spoken. Many people talked about it already. I'm probably the ones that are pretty late talking about this. But it needs to be said, has to be talked about once and for all, guys. Because look, it's already bad enough where we have accidentally allowed a bunch of people who have bullied us for liking anime, manga, and anything niche outside of the normie world. Those people care about what they World Star Hip Hop. If you guys don't even never heard of World Star Hip Hop. Half of you people in this fucking chat never on YouTube have ever heard of World Star Hip Hop. I know World Star Hip Hop. And a lot of those people who bullied us were addicted to that World Star Hip Hop shit. Another part of liking gay fan fictions in the West that try to ruin it on subreddit. They did this shit once and for all. But you hear, and these people, this is from one of the fuck ass. I'm saying it once and for all. I don't like this word, but I am rightfully saying this once and for all. This is from one of them fuck ass retards that really that had supported the idea of chasing out the creator of Gaichakta. Gaichakta Keirana. Keirana is generally one of the most ignorant people I've ever seen. How are you going to block your fans of a demographic that is not your own mind you for an opinion of the way you treat it and chosen to talk about their demographic that you included in your manga? Like this, the audacity of the entitlement and virtue signaling that this fuck ass, piece of shit that is saying right here, right now, for after chasing Keiranga, right? And that, look at this, he's getting hounded, rightfully so. Look, the absolute entitlement and audacity of you and your ilk. You all prove every turn of her blocking each other, and every one of you is the right thing to do. Just the most violent and malignant cancer that has metaphasized into any field of interest, bro. Yes, because these people don't give a shit about Gaichakta. They only give a shit about shipping, and they never watch any anime outside the shonen realm. And which they have animes for them, but they don't want to look at it. They want to see They want to see a Shonen Jump character get race swapped and suck the dick out of another black guy, because it's the need of diversity, equity, inclusivity, which is another thing. I hate to see this, bro. Like, look. Thank God she blocked y'all. She doesn't need to hear people calling her racist video over a fun video, which is another thing too. Like, people who are chasing her out was in such a disrespectful manner that she didn't mean anything. She didn't mean anything. All she did, all what happened was a video that popped up in Instagram, right? That showed off. It was just one of her friends just dancing with a bunch of salads that's apparently supposed to support to be just a jabber. It's supposed to be the jabber dance. Well, after he fought Zanka, right? This one. It all started this one, but these people who's reacting for the littlest of things over goddamn drawings. Now look, I'm a person who believes in the paranormal. I'm a person who believes that airbending actually existed because it is possible. You can airbend, you can do telekinesis, ESP, aliens are real. Everything that is without you see in anime and comic books that can be possible, all right? It's just that it does not go in the way you think it is in movies. It's a little more mediocre. But this shit right here, I'm going to reiterate my point in a few days. Kara did nothing wrong here. That dance video wasn't racist at all. I can understand how someone might think so, but it shouldn't have been this big of an issue as it became. The whole anime got to hold his L. Yes, the Gaichata community, who are not really the Gaichata community, is a bunch of faggots from freaking My Hero Academia. Faggots and retards from My Hero Academia. I don't like saying the R slur on a serious note because it just doesn't feel for me, but this is the right time to actually say this, to say the word retard to these people. These retards, these pussies, these fags, right, who who completely did not watch anything of the Gaijin community, decided to go chase down an artist. They chased down 3 Japanese artists have been chased out. 3 Japanese artists have been chased out, right? And then the Kei Arana has been chased out. And not only him, not only her, also him, bro, Hideyoshi. Hideyoshi Ando, the graphic designer, the graffiti artist, who was also in design with Kei Arana, who stood up for this. He got chased out. He got chased out too by the same, we are the one people who they were representing with. Who they were representing with. And you guys have still take it as offense for the littlest of things. You guys take offense of the littlest of things. You take it to the heart. You really take it to the heart. And and what bothers me the most too is that some of these people, right, would also have this, right, who support this, are the same usual people with the flags. Look, this one right here, Black Clover, no, nothing like that. But there are those people who have the same usual things. Dear Kieran, no. Like most of these comments are already been rushed out to there. I'm trying to go to at this point on. I mean, what else do you want? What else do you want, right? Has another thing too is it's the same group of people who are absolutely trying to go guns happy crazy. Over the righteous. Let me rephrase this clearly. It's these people who are saying free Palestine, free diversity, and want to put gay trans stuff. It all started, right? It all started with right here. Like it all started a long time ago with the post on Instagram where they claim the weirdos over there saying that she's non-binary, and Kei Arana was like, really? If you see it on translation, like the Western, we in the West do not deserve anime. Honestly, these people should not even say it, bro. I said it clearly too on my replies on my comment section. I said it right here because due to this, right? I tried to say the response. I don't think anybody responded to this. Like, I rarely use the R search anyway because I don't like it. But rightfully, y'all retards with your E-trans color flags, even some Christian bigots should never ever hold the right to even speak of anime at all. Please respect the artist's dreams. So when I say some Christian bigots, I really do mean some of the Puritans who just can't handle fiction from reality, right? Who can't handle fan service. There's people who cannot handle fan service. There's people who believe that anime fighting and blood and stuff on animation is going to badly affect children in the name of God and in the name of the Virgin Mary and the name of Christ, right? Because they need to be family friendly in the name of the God, in the law of God and Sharia law, and too, man. That's why I put this comment right here on social media in the response, but no one responded to me yet to this point for some reason. But I'm gonna repost this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna repost this again and again till I get the word straight. I want to get this again and again to get the word straight about this bullshit because it's not acceptable, bro. It's not acceptable. When you are this. Look, this one. You're Asian. Why did you think it was okay to cry about it? Per Black Lives what, Arana? Look, you see these kinds of comments right here, bro. You see these kinds of comments. Jabber. The people who are bitching and complaining against Kei Arana, and she has to respond back to these fan bases. It's another thing too is when they have to talk about black racism. It's straight up racism against Asians. It's straight up. But look, oh my god, how all right? Look, how all of this should have gone, right? Like they're gonna have to. They made actual fans right now. They're gonna have to. Sadly, gonna have to say some really racist shit back, right? On how all of this gone down from on for real, on God, bruv, ain't no way, blood. Oh my God, da 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 da. Right? Look, the situation I already had is already bad, and y'all make it worse spreading misinformation. You're deleted too because of stupid things like this, and you're at. If you cannot tell this is an alternate image, you should be like. You had to see shit like this. You had to see racist shit at this point on because black and brown people had to start that shit up who never have any nation. She made black characters for you guys. Jabber was light skinned. One of the leaders of Guy Chick was black. A fine black bitch for you, but how much you wanted more, but you don't want it. You don't want it. That's why I say to me personally, make up your own, all right? And don't pander to anybody. Don't pander to anybody. And simply too, and if the same people who are against your ass because you call out, because you chase out the artist, because you don't like their narrative, don't invite them too. But that's what happens, bro. You see shit like this all over the place. If Karen was racist, she wouldn't even be dealing with this. This is what happens when you create a fan base full of leftists and ghetto niggas. Yes. Again, was it more because she dissed people who pirated manga? No. You see, they're trying to virtual signal. They're trying to gaslight you. These kinds of, right? They gaslighted and still chase this artist to this day. They chased her off. This one thing, they will chase you. They will put you. They will gaslight you and with this passive aggressive shit. I've seen front forward passive aggressiveness by a Japanese person who's saying shit to us Latinos over piracy because we don't afford for it, right? But this right here was gaslighting because they need to protect university over this. Like, bro, like people need to shut the fuck up for once and just respect and just jits. Some of these niggas are jits on God. Some of these niggas are jits on God. Right? Right? Like, if Christian Puritans see this, they're gonna fucking drop dead and they're gonna want to cancel all animes. Look, they say all this, but it's fiction, yo. It's fiction. But you guys run away. You niggas run away. And it's the same people over and 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 over again. And over and over and over and over and over again. How do I get to on the side of with a bunch of weird people niggas like look, this guy's they're ripping on him too. This is actually fucking stupid because by his life, both of these characters look like those characters like kids, but it's okay because their bodies are mad. His morals are based on optics, like literally based on optics. And the pattern goes is that I hate to bring this out, bro. I don't want to be racist. I don't want to bring in the racism bullshit, but the people that chase them out are either queers or black kids or black niggas, right? Honestly, like there's this xenocentrism of righteousism, bro. Just stop watching, bro. The whole anime gotta take this L. You gotta hold it. Look, and Chibi Reviews has to respond to this too. The whole anime fandom gotta hold this L. Neglects to mention that it's his side, aka radical leftists captured with identity politics going after Keirana. Dude wants to blame the entire anime community yet because he mentioned the real culprits he'd be eaten alive. Of course, that's another thing too. Because he's BLM. He's BLM movements, bro. I'm sorry, but Jabber doesn't look black to me. He is pale, this and that, right? No, you have people in memes. Oh my god, like you're gonna have racist people on Chibi Review side. It's gonna be a race war. Like now, it's gonna be to a race war here. That's enough to say about that. That's enough to say about that. What other news I had to talk about that, right? Oh yeah, there's another one. The White House shooting. Oh yeah, Hotep ass nigga. Anyways, Element Reptile here. So I want to check out the. Apparently, this. I'm back from Quebec. We're talking about aliens. Yes, I also want to see aliens. There's 4 alien species. Right? Everybody wants to talk about aliens? Let's talk about aliens, yo. Let's talk about aliens. All right. So it's been said right here. I'm gonna hold up. Let me pause. Let me pause the music right now. Let's go talk. Let's hear from Fox News.
It's got to be.
Let's hear what this motherfucker says.
The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside, shocking.
And do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 separate types. Now, I have not had access to that, but I believe the people who I talked to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate the reptilians are scaly with long tails like a lizard. Insectoids look like a praying mantis. The Greys look like your classic movie alien, and the Nordics look like a regular Swedish guy, but 7 feet tall. We haven't seen the evidence, but Pete Hegseth says more evidence is coming, and there are a lot of believers in Congress.
I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads me to believe there are things we cannot explain, and I have observed things that are...
Okay, so we finally got ourselves aliens. This is the topic I want to talk about. This is the topic that's actually interesting me. This is good news. This is the funny news. Aliens that we got. Nordics. So hold on. We got big gray aliens, the famous ones. We got the reptilians, which Alex Jones conspirators have been talking about. We got insectoids. Yo. Yes, it's on those. I'll tell you that. There are sightings of that. And then we have the whitest, Finnish motherfuckers who also come out of space, but they're taller. They're NBA basketball players from Finland, but instead they come from the stars. Hell yeah. Finally, we had some talks about it. Oh, damn, bro. Like, they would say shit like this, and then they would not show the evidence. There's actually a video on, I don't want to bother it because I really don't set up a lot of tabs in my internet because I want to keep things smooth and clean. I'm very OCD on certain things, like walking and staring at them and all that kind of good stuff. So, that kind of stuff, right? Though this shit, we're talking about the 4 aliens that are living on Earth, man. So the conspiracy is true. I guess Above Majestic. If you ever watched the documentary Above Majestic, we got they had to talk about the Epstein files. We talk about, satanic cults. We're talking about UFOs. We're talking about space Nazis. We're talking about everything out of the fucking Hollywood book of ufology and the paranormal, man. Now coming up to the government and say, hey, aliens are real. I got 4 species I can show you about. And they live among us, yo. I can't wait to see the memes, man. I can't wait to see the memes.
Of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion.
Releasing the files isn't easy. They've been hidden for years, and a lot of people want to keep it that way.
problem we have right now is the deep state is fighting the president on release, and he kept his word. And I suspect some of our not so friendly comrades and some of our alphabet agents.
He died mysteriously right after one of his journalists, co-founder, like his partner, also was found missing and dead mysteriously, which pretty much they killed him. There were other YouTubers that are like journalists that was once with David Wilcock. That now are claiming that he got crazy and stuff, but Corey Good knows something else. You know, I had a feeling that they didn't kill him. They gave him. They did something about his medication, his insanity, because he knows that he was in danger. Because David Wilcock said it too, that he was in danger in the podcast. He thought he was dealing with some health problems, but I think that was done by design slowly, so they knew what he was doing, right? But on the other hand, bro, man, we got aliens, yo. We finally got aliens, yo. Right? I just can't. It's just that they're not showing up because they know we bucking wild, dog. We bucking wild.
Now, we don't know if that's related, but people are scared to talk.
One I thought was going to do an interview, and then a couple days before sent me a message saying, after further consideration and long talks with my wife, I decided I'd be forfeiting my life if I participated in your interview. And I thought that was like very unsettling
yeah.
message to get, obviously, but also very specific word choice, you know, forfeiting.
That was such a short video. Yeah, buddy. We had aliens, yo. They say we're about to be forfeiting. Their lives are in danger. We were talking about these 4 extraterrestrials. They got insectoids, man. Didn't Stephen Greer on the no, I think it was an interview with Richard Doty on the other kind of guy that talked about aliens too. I'm telling you, bro, this is gonna be fun, bro. I think that was gonna be fun, bro. We even had Hillary Clinton talk about the Nephilim. Damn, we got antediluvian periods up in this bitch, man. We're gonna have ghosts. We're gonna have skinwalkers. We're gonna have fucking aliens around here. The 4 alien races. Oh my god, I am down, bro. Which is a ton of bullshit anyway, because they're never gonna show it. They're never gonna show the aliens. They're gonna talk about, they live among us. It's just 4 kinds and that's it. That's just it, man. That is funny as hell. I should be wearing Men in Black suits right now. I can't wait for the Men in Black to bust in my house like, hey, stop watching this shit, man. You can't even make a joke on this shit, man. You built like French fry sticks, yo. On God. Shit, my God, yo. Like, who else we're gonna go on playing the games? My God, yo. Yo, I can't wait, man. You've been conditioned by Hollywood. Look at the 5 alien species. Yes, bitch. Yes. Keep the propaganda going. The 5 alleged alien races. Look, Greys, Nordics, reptilians. Elon Musk. We got Elon Musk as the alien. He has to be an alien, too. Damn. They forgot him. Humanoid encounters and this and that. Werewolves? Nah, those are not humanoid encounters. That looks good. That looks like genuine, something like that. Flying. That one right there is good. But we're talking about aliens, bro. We're talking about aliens like this. There's like niggas like this popping out like that. We need that alien. Nah, bullshit. I don't want that nigga popping up in the house like that. Nah, that you got me tripping. You got me tripping with that. He's just there standing menacingly. He's like, hey, what's up? Oh, that's right there. Anyways, they're making a fucking field day with this aliens in outer space. That's Orlando Bloom. No, matter of fact, hold up a second. They're talking about the Nordics, right? They talk about the Nordics all the time. I was thinking, you know what gets me thinking, with the tall whites, right? I had me thinking, right? I see this before, all the time. Hold up. Oh, damn it. They don't have it. I'm not typing politely. Like, if you see guys like Gojo Satoru, right? And you see another character like Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians. Everybody has a pattern. They all have a pattern for this. And I had me thinking, you know, what's the relation? What is the genuine relation with white hair and blue eyes? What's the beauty to this? I see this all the time. I saw it with Jaltier from Fate, but then I saw it with Elsa. I saw it with Targaryen. I saw it with other stuff. You know, it's like, I guess these characters are the same alien races. Let's go. You know? That's what I thought. But we're not getting into that. We're going to get to another topic today. We have to upload a lot of stuff. I'm going to probably have to make several videos on this, on God. You know, I think we had this incident with the White House shooting. Hotep ass nigga who busted into the house trying to shoot a gun because he believed he's Jesus Christ. Is this one of them Israelites? Oh yeah, this one was so funny. Like, if you saw this video with the news reporter who never been into a gunfight.
What is that?
Sounds like
today, but this obviously comes just a couple of weeks after a shooting at the White House correspondence.
It's like it's a shootout.
What is that?
Sounds like
Today, but this obviously comes just a couple of weeks.
Bro, like, the shooters but yet again, I don't blame her. Honestly, I don't blame her. I'm not gonna say anything to her against her because, you know, it's not like you're gonna witness a gunfight. I mean, she's only been to like the after events of a fight, of such a incident like that. You know, when it comes to such incidents like that, it happens quickly. You know, you don't know what to act, you don't know how to be, you don't know what to do. However, you know, like
It's weakening.
that's funny. I mean, I know this guy knows what is going on. He has probably been to certain incidents before.
It's weakening.
He's been to incidents. He's been to such incidents, that's for sure. He been through gunfights before. He was at a war, isn't he? He went to those conflict. There's news reporters that went to conflict zones, so. What's it got? I think they have many shots. So this is like the second. Isn't like the second time that someone tried to go invade and kill Trump. That's the second time. We had, you know, we had another one right here. Energy Washington, let me build the building. We had another person right here.
These are various people, I assume news agencies, reporters, producers that are essentially.
I don't know. I think there was another one. Yeah, no, they talked about that part. But this is the guy that was supposed to shoot, that shot up the White House. His name is Chester Best, I think. Christopher Blest. That's his name was. Let's see his name. Christopher. He's not. He's a melanated foreigner. Get that shit. No, he's not, dog. No. Yeah, that's his name. Nasir Best. That's his name, right? He's like suspect in tonight's. Okay, 21-year-old Nasir Best. According to the U.S. Secret Service, the suspect approached the White House security checkpoint, pulled a weapon, and opened fire. Secret Service officers returned fire, and the suspect later died at George Washington University Hospital. Reports also suggest Best's online presence shows he survived severe delusion, including claims that he believed he was Jesus Christ. He was claimed that boy was Jesus Christ. Jesus walks. Ooh. He believed he was the second coming of Jesus Christ. I mean, look at him. He's got the hotep and everything. He's got the square head. He's got. I mean, you bet this motherfucker dare try to dress in a dashiki with the Christian black. He was probably. I bet this guy was probably one of those the black Israelites, black African Jesus. He was arrested by the White House and report. Oh yeah, this was also stated too. It's also been stated in the comments, and as it said and reported, there was evidence and reported that he was simultaneously arrested many times. Right? He was simultaneously arrested by the same White House all the time, but he thought he was Jesus Christ. He's like, no one's gonna stop me. I have the power of God and anime on my side. No, I have the power of the Lord and the angels of light on my side. I'm going guns blazing. Guns blazing. And guns blazing they went. They squeezed the fuck out of this dude. On God. I guess he was not Jesus at all, but he's going to meet his Lord and Savior. Man, with that square hotep ass forehead, yo. But this was the same one, This is the second time someone tried to assassinate the president. The first attempt, I think, was the teacher that got arrested. Right here. No. Ah, fuck it. Where is it? Oh, god damn. Oh, there's aliens? Okay. There was the White House one, ballroom. No, I guess they don't have it. Like, things so go bad, like... Shit. They had it. Yes, they don't. What's up with this? What are they doing, yo? Oh, is this Iran? Hold up. Our state today, they practice shooting a target on Trump's face on it. They're openly threatening to assassinate the president of the United States while pretending to negotiate with America. You can't deal with this. Toxicity. Oh my God, they had a ballroom shootout. Like the ballroom thing, it didn't work out. And it had the picture. They had it. That's why I said, like, I don't really make any. I don't put too many tabs. I don't want to fill my internet with tabs, yo. Isn't this the one? Oh, yeah, this is the one. See, I have to look at the top space right here. They had this one right here on the shooting. This motherfucker took it like it's Call of Duty. Wait, is it Call of Duty real life? Yeah, Call of Duty's real life. Who was the other guy I tried? Except the attacker, Tyler K. Butler was a Republican who supported non-Trump article. No. The diner. I think it was the diner. Oh, it was the diner. It was a ballroom diner, but I guess they don't show it. Because he believed he was Jesus Christ. Yeah, right here. They had this. There was another attack. And it was a teacher. It was done by a teacher. Caleb. And that's his name. That was his name. Caleb. Not Caleb Vasquez, who shot up the Brussels school. Oh, like that kind of shit. You know. It's gone. Things gonna go downhill, bro. Like, can we just chill out? Like, straight up, like, can we just relax? I just came from Canada, yo. I came from Canada, and we having this madness on the way. I think we're so like we Americans are so numb to it already. We're like, it's just another day. We're walking happily with our asses on fire. Bro, we seeing shit like this every single day. Like, okay, it's a normal day in America, and there's nothing wrong, nothing bad. You know, misinformation, trying to rip us apart, dividing us. It's nothing. It's nothing. So, like, shit, man. I have other stuff too, bro. Like, but the whole K-Rana thing was something I don't like too. But that was something more talkable about. It was something way more talkable about. And not only that, we had a manga artist who got banned on Google just because of his old files. But they didn't want to talk about it. Oh, they didn't want to talk about it. Why is that? I wonder why they don't want to talk about it. They say they just took out everything out of you. They didn't want me to talk about it. Oh, no. I think that's I know why. The connection. It shut down. Oh, shit. I'm only, 9:32? I'm only here for like 2 hours and 40 minutes, bro. 2 hour, 40 minutes chat. Come on, don't do that. I think that YouTube shut down. Who knows? But we're going to talk about it either ways. But, like, the manga artist got banned. Fine. Funny enough, they did that. But I think that was too much. And that's all for us to now. Until things settle down. Until this, it's got to... I'm in America, bro. I had that at Free Fresh. Oh, yeah, I saw it too. I want to check this one out. This is from Decoy Voice. This one here is from Decoy Voice. Checking out, I think this is about the UFO.
A lot of this stuff is gonna look like nothing burger things, especially when it's super, super lo-fi resolution. But you see this over here, UAP from 2019. So this is crazy. This is like during Trump's first administration, so he didn't release it back then. Is likely derived from infrared sensor aboard U.S. military platform operating within Northern Command in 2019. So this is official stuff. So it's like infrared, but it's like, I don't even know, chat. What is this? It's like, some people say, this just looks like a balloon. Some people say, hey, it's that jellyfish thing. So they're tracking this thing. And it's crazy how many, like, you have a couple, like, people in the military retiring and leaking it out. Like, yeah, we know about aliens. But, I mean, there had to have been a lot of people with, like, actual physical eyes on this thing and just not said anything about it. How is it the cameras get better every year and more defined, but UFO and Bigfoot can only be captured on 1492 cameras? But there's been, what is it? This one of an alien. Yeah, 4K crystal view from 800 miles away. I mean, there have been higher quality.
And I'd say, okay, the reason to that is because if you've not heard of if you've not heard of the talks of UFOs or comes to the paranormal, they drain, they fiddleize, they blur the technology, and so they don't be shown. They don't want to be caught on camera, because if they don't do, they'll be in trouble. Yeah, there's a lore about that. Why do they have the shittiest receptions? Well, one, there's two factors. Okay, yes, there's two factors to this that employs to this. You have to understand that when it comes to like technology and UFOs, like, they have technology to kind of blur and disfiddle and drain out, energy out of your technology. So make sure that no one knows what you are. That happened in Peru with the Pelacaras. They completely give the worst resolution because they're doing it on purpose. But at the same time, companies have been lying to you when they say we got 4K cell phones that can see clear at nighttime. They will be lying to you. They be lying to you because I have a Google Pixel 8 that is released in 2013. You're supposed to have the highest graphics, the highest resolutions, low light, and still you can't see shit all the way far away of our, unfocused things far away at night. The nighttime is pretty blurry. Look at this phone camera. It's not that fluid, to be real with you. You really need a light for this. So that they don't trust you. And plus the phones that they're buying, right? That they're using, they're basically phones way years before. So the phones they're having are older, and why can you keep saying it's based on a fucking potato? Remember, those two factors come in play. So our companies are building phones with the same technology and the same resolution, and there's others who are another factor is that you have these entities that you're trying to capture are draining out the energy. They're draining it. They're trying to fiddle it. They're disorienting it on purpose. They have the ability to do that.
Definition videos of these UFOs out there. There's a reason those plasma physics people disappeared. I mean, yeah, all the people disappearing at the same time that are have some connection to what is it, 0-point energy or anti-gravity devices. But again, the Pentagon just released a F-16 fighter jet shooting down a UFO. Insane footage. This is from war.gov/UFO. So we legit tracked one. Again, it looks like it could be a balloon. These are advanced drones. Dense plasma dynamics don't respond to gravity or wind either. Could be us. Could be our stuff, and we're not aware of it. So they blew this thing up out of the air. Could have been a weather balloon. Hard to say. But here's the big thing. Fox News, what was this, like a couple days ago, said inside the UFO files that we weren't aware of quite yet, like it's coming out in tranches. They're slow dripping it to us, saying, hey, we found aliens of all different species out there.
It's the UFO files a few weeks back, and we just found out over 1 billion people have visited the site. 1 billion. It's got to be a record. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside? Shocking.
And do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth?
Oh, we're getting in inception of me reacting to Fox reacting to this guy's podcast.
Is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 separate types. Now, I have not had direct.
Said it's distraction and a psyop. I mean, possibly industry plant. Yeah, I think the CEO guy is 100% industry plant. Him and who's that other podcaster guy? You can't become not necessarily famous overnight, but just like top tier quality podcast interviewer with no backing. No, somebody helped you out with this.
Access.
Yeah, that's true. We got like top tier. You got LARPers. You also got LARPers in such like very famous facilities who are saying shit like this, and they're trying to make up the thing, trying to give you all distraction. I have the big feeling too. I have the biggest feeling that the people who are talking about the whole Nordics and alien shit, that is the most Hollywood ass shit I've ever seen, bro. Like Hollywood, that were used and make up these kinds of things to try to create this whole fiasco about this. I know the Dr. Stephen Greer's behalf, which is more genuine than whatever the fuck they're saying. You know, the Nordic, like this. That's all psyop, bro. That whole thing's a psyop. The gray aliens, yeah, no, they're genuine, right? But that's because they're made up. They're somewhat made up in a way. However, Dr. Stephen Greer said there were about 60 different alien species out there. They're just only talking about the 4, and they're trying to keep it as an Alex Jones-ass conspiracy. Again, you got to look at the two, you got to watch the 2 documentaries. The first one is the Unacknowledged by Dr. Stephen Greer, which is the genuine one, right? Which is a good one in 2018, and another 2018 UFO documentary, which is Above Majestic by David Wilcock. These 2, you're gonna watch those 2. Watch those 2 documentaries, and you're going to be very, very, very good. It's up to you to believe whatever you're not, right? And one of them has a genuine frightening fact that's coming in, and which is Project Bluebeam. We gotta know what Project Bluebeam is the operation to stage a fake alien attack by using actual reverse engineered UFOs that they shot down, and they're redriving it. And then there's the other, right? Meanwhile, the other side is saying, oh, these are actual aliens that live alongside us for generations and civilizations. And ancient aliens, astronaut theorists said, yes! That Giorgio Tsoukalos ass kind of stuff in the name of Epstein sacrifice, that kind of stuff, bro. They're talking about that. They're literally trying to drive us into the Above Majestic bullshit. It is funny as hell. You should, again, watch the Unacknowledged and then compare that with the Above Majestic shit.
To that, but I believe the people who I talk to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys,
yes.
Nordics.
See this thing right here. This is the that biblically accurate angel. What he said, okay, Greys, Nordics.
Different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, insectoids, and reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate the reptilians are scaly with long tails like a lizard. Insectoids look like a praying mantis. The Greys look like...
From what on my record, reptilians, aliens, from what I've heard, don't have a tail. They're just big as hell. Hell, I want to meet a reptilian. I love reptiles. I'm an element reptile. I just don't want that guy to eat me. Don't we have actual reptilians? Mark Zuckerberg, Orbach. We have some reptiles in Latin America. We have some reptilians in Africa, in Asia. Shit, we can name more. I mean, Stephen Greer looks like an alien, for God's sake. He's been hanging around with way too many aliens, yo. Way too many aliens. Talk about him.
Like your classic movie alien, and the Nordics look like a regular Swedish guy, but 7 feet tall.
I mean, what is it? XCOM. Find this old video game. Because honestly, this is exactly what they're talking about. Here it is. Back in, the 90s, XCOM, they had the Greys. They had, I guess this one has all of them. The Greys. They had the reptilians, the snake men guys. The praying mantis looking guys. The Nordics, the really, really tall guys. I mean, like, this is just like video game content they're essentially pushing out of us, saying this is pretty much. This is what's genuinely out there in the universe. It's starting to sound a little bit far-fetched to me.
We haven't seen the evidence, but Pete Hegseth says more evidence is coming. And there are a lot of believers in Congress.
I have seen evidence in a skiff that leads me to believe there are things we cannot explain. And
oh my gosh, this is Podforce 1. This is a podcast which looks like New York Post, a Representative Luna. Like, this is some reacception here.
Have observed things that are of non-human origin and creation. That's my opinion.
Releasing the files isn't easy. They've been hidden for years, and a lot of people want to keep it that way.
The problem we have right now is the deep state's fighting the president on release, and he kept his word, and I suspect some of our not-so-friendly comrades in some of our alphabet agencies are slow-walking a lot of information. It's about power, it's about control, and that's kind of what runs Washington.
So why is our own government fighting so hard to keep these secret? Well, a dozen scientists have either gone missing or died. Now, we don't know if that's related, but People are scared to talk.
One I thought was going to do an interview, and then a couple days before sent me a message saying, after further consideration and long talks with my wife, I decided I'd be forfeiting my life if I participated.
And honestly, then that's why I feel like it's connected then. Because if it's not connected, it's work. If it wasn't connected, it's still working exactly as intended. Yeah, I think that there's some nefarious forces behind all this.
In your interview, and I thought that was like very unsettling message to get, obviously, but also very specific word choice. You know, forfeiting my life.
Yes. Yeah.
Dan Fair is the director and.
But yeah, they're out there saying it's real, it's happening. Aliens are out there. Kind of scary when you see this coming out at the same time.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
I mean, yeah.
This is true evidence of an alien. This is an alien. This is what literally what the Men in Black is. That's not Rick Scott. That's not Rick Scott. Holy shit. That is a reptoid. That is a reptoid in disguise. Bald head, crusted up. Like, look at the details in the map behind the face mask. We don't know who that is. We don't know who that is, bro. That is an extraterrestrial, yo.
What's his name again? He's Vice Admiral and Formula Deputy of CENTCOM Commander Robert Hayward from America Reports on Fox News, May 19th, where, I mean, chat, I gotta admit, we're gonna talk about what could be the logical explanation for this, but skin suit, alien for sure. Let's just go ahead and look at that, because I haven't actually watched this full thing yet. But this is him on Fox News, the full tape of him on there.
Some analysis, Vice Admiral Robert Harwood, former CENTCOM Deputy Commander. Thanks for coming back, sir, and good morning to you. General Keane was with Dane and me.
So nobody else on Fox News. I guess these people are in studio. He's likely at home calling in, I'm guessing. What is it, Botox and Trend? Hyaluronic fillers? Check that next seam. I mean, yeah.
Yesterday. Let's begin with this analysis.
Here's the thing, it could be.
To you, watch.
The president has exhibited huge with these going back a little now. After these 5
because he kind of has it too, like his neck is overlapping on his college shirt.
No, it's not.
So that
your money's on it being a mask, being a different guy.
It's considerably more.
As a vote in this as well, they've reconfigured a number of things, I am certain. What do you think the next best move is today?
Well, I agree with the general completely, with one caveat. Patients may be.
It even kind of moves like a mask, where it's spilling over the top. Like the other guy had his collared shirt buttoned to the top. This one's just kind of hanging out there. It's spilling over the side of it. It's tough to tell how many lights they have on set. So we're gonna talk.
I mean, this is genuine, bro. It's right at your face, dude. Look at the edge of this dude's neck, yo. Look at the edge of this dude's neck, man. Hold up a second. Right here. Look at the edge of this dude's neck. Just vividly just showing right there in front of us. And you can't convince me that that is just a person, all right? That's just a person or it's an actor. That is a face mask.
About somebody we know that has been on Fox News, brought in remotely, and why it would explain this, but again, I don't know.
A little short of the real objective here. The president has time on his hands. He controls the narrative, he controls the strike capabilities, and he knows that the policy...
No, it's the way it moves, it's like a mask hanging out where it's like it was taped down, it was doing good, and then he stood up, removed the adhesive, and now it's in that, because his eyes are a little bit too sunken in as well.
Yes. He set with the blockade has had short-term and long-term effects on the regime and the people of Iran. So he's been very astute.
So he's just looks like an old white dude. I know plenty old white dudes, none of which look like they're wearing a mask.
Leveraging that time. And so I don't see it as negotiations. It really is capitulation.
You know what it is? It's the fact that his musculature shouldn't be so much that he's so buff. Like, look at all our necks. You have to be pretty buff to have your neck thicker than your face. His neck is thicker than your face, and this guy doesn't strike me as someone that is insanely, like, his neck muscles are like that.
President's made it very clear. You will not have a nuclear weapon.
Two different skin tones doesn't answer it, though, because a lot of people, they do their face, they get blasted makeup on the face, and they don't do their neck, they don't do their shoulders, they don't do their hands. So, I mean, Donald Trump being one of them, his face is like an entirely different hue than the rest of his body.
You'll surrender that, and you will ensure that the Straits of Hormuz are open to free commerce, that you have no claims for surcharge or approving.
Gotta be a mask.
Those two things are irreversibly.
He literally looks like that one scary.
It is a mask. It's serious, straight up, kind of simple, bro. It is a freaking mask. It's a fucking mask, yo. I mean, look, like, at first I thought this guy was Rick Scott. I first really thought this guy was Rick Scott, but it just turns out to be someone else. And he said it, and Decoy said it vividly right here. There's with the ridge from the suit, from the shirt, that is literally overlapping the collar. Right? If you are a person whose neck is overlapped, you gotta be big and buff. Like he said, it has to match the neck strength. This is just this screams out mask right here because they're not putting in enough effort. They're literally tucking in. You have a T-shirt right there. You have a collar. You could have just clipped it all in so you make sure no one knows who you really are. Like no, they didn't see that part right there on the collar. But yo, we're seeing the opening. This is like the artist that cosplayed as Jim Carrey speaking clear French. And people are wondering, bro, someone got him. That kind of stuff.
Scary commercial of the lady that was like, oh, I lived a life of smoking cigarettes, so they finally had to open up the hole here, and you see the hole in their neck, and it's like this terrifying thing, like, don't smoke cigarettes, or you'll have this scary hole in your neck. It's like, that's what this looks like. They think it's a filter? It's a mask? Okay, yeah, more sugar, the guy from Men in Black. So this is what he looks like. This is what he looks like now. This was him not too long ago. This is him, what is it, March 6th, so within just over 2 months.
I'd like to see him make sure there are no more missiles and drones coming out of Iran, and that's still happening. So
yeah, guys, I don't
know. Yo, for real.
Okay, I take it back. His neck is that thick, so this guy's probably just very, very muscular. He's like, old military guy. But also, is his eyes more sunken in now than they were before?
If we can make sure
voice sounds different too.
Project power.
Let's see.
Knows he's in the position to demand those. So I think in that sense.
And whenever they put the masks on, it's like their eyes are more sunken in. Clone?
Yes.
Facelift without the face?
No, it is sunken in. Look at the eyes. Now, we all know old age. That's one thing because your face gets smaller and smaller and the face gets longer, right? Here, his eye, the ridge seems that like it's more it's more like pushed in, like there's a layer. While here, he is genuine, right? It's still the ridge sunken in, but not as much. It's fitting in within the face structure of Robert right there. Yeah, it's still kind of that in a way. Because, even despite the fact that this guy literally shaves off his eyebrows. I mean, he lacks eyebrows. So, man, Decoy, what Decoy voice has to say?
It's like, we could talk about that. Well, they used to, like, I even did a video about how Biden had a tab on his ear, and it looked like why does he have a tab there? But it's because they put tape, I think, on your chin. I think they put tape on your chin, and they put a string there, and they put a string here, and they just stretch that string out, and then they put makeup on the tape, so it's like it looks like there's nothing there, but sometimes the adhesive can kind of peel off a little bit, and it's like it looks like he has a tab on his face, but it's like, no, they're just doing like a soft facelift. Bro, where's your eyebrows? I mean, he might have that alopecia thing? I forget what it's called. The orbital socket is shaped differently. That's what I'm thinking.
Then we have all the time in the world to go in and take out their production facilities, focus on the IRGC, focus on the nuclear power. But we've got to stop Iran from being able to send missiles at UAE.
He's so chiseled here.
At UAE, Qatar, Saudi, and our base.
You can lose weight, but you can't make your skull thinner. Yeah, why would you make your skull thicker? I'm leaning into mask because you see this over here. Another person went on Fox wearing a mask. Now, one thing I would say, and they even have the Simpsons thing of the aliens are there, but is Savannah Hernandez talked about going on Fox News and saying that when she went on there, she said like it makes you look really good because they blast you with light from below your face. So it's like I have these lights right there, like they're from above me, and I feel like it makes my skin look nicer than like just in regular light or if I took a regular picture somewhere else. So it's like I feel like having these soft lights here helps me out, especially with the key light, which is just my window being open. But she said having a light blasted from below you makes you look better, but honestly, why would having a light below you give you this crease here? Because let's just go ahead and just look at a regular person.
If you've watched some of the liberal
on regular person on Fox News making their appearance, where I don't believe she's in studio. I think she's remoting in. They green screen you behind you, and they kind of just they like help you. They give you a microphone. They give you lighting.
Here with me is Savannah Hernandez, Frontlines Turning Point USA.
So they're blasting you with light from below and on top. Light hits collar and makes a shadow. That's what I'm thinking of, though. So look at this.
I didn't get that part too because he was talking about like how the light man changing. I mean, it's similar to it's similar with the whole body, with the male body, like positivity kind of stuff. If you look at like the see like these guys that were like being ripped, are actually not really ripped at all. They're not like super buff, but they're trying to get that like that purple skin, that kind of stuff. They're actually doing lighting. I mean, if you see Instagram posts where you see these guys who have the amazing like fucking chest and six pack that is just perfectly defined in wine. It's actually just lighting and filter and direction that they will do. So they would put that and they say, I got this body positivity. And then, but if we go outside and we look at them in a real video, they don't show that the texture feature because that's impossible. That is impossible. There's people that use special effects that did it on the Wolverine. You know, but it made people feel influenced that is the body I need to look good and get women, that stuff. They're trying to look strong, they're trying to look athletic, but they didn't know the other side about that thing. They realized that earning that was such a hassle, that it was so tormenting that they were being gaslit and being catfished by what really is by these influencers who are actually shining the light. And if you shine the light, like you say, if I shine the light right here, it might look good. If they're showing the light right here, if this on the bottom side, I look amazing because the light's shining on this side. So that's what they're doing on that part. And you can do good resolutions on it.
Savannah, none of these people make any sense. Like the 60s, caught in a time
I don't see any.
I don't know.
There's nothing with the lighting on her face because, what is this? Laura Ingraham, she's in studio. Lighting's gonna be different. There's nothing about her lighting that makes me think she's obviously like wearing a neck thing. I don't see that harsh shadow. Neither do I. Lighting can make a huge difference. The video by Felicia Day on her own channel versus the video she's interviewed with Jonathan, huge difference in appearance. Exactly. Like you ever met me in real life? I look different. Shadow can only be made from above, but if you had something blocking you and there's a light blocking you, blasting you from underneath, yeah, face mask? No, it can't.
They just need friends, or this is their social life, or they're being paid. I have no idea.
Because there was a period of time in this country in which
there's nothing here that makes me think she's wearing a mask, and not the bottom light. But again, maybe it's because of the collar, but no, because everything moves independent. It's got to be, it's totally a mask. But then we've seen stuff like this where
yes,
there's a song here, but yeah, why would they have a cheaper mask here than they would have for Fox News? I don't know, but I mean, it's just illustrates.
That's good work right there. I'm gonna lie. People who make those face masks should be granted millions of dollars of effort. That is genuine face mask effort right there. You can do that. Like you would do this, but you would do a shitty job over the face mask of that fucking general on Fox News. Don't get me wrong. The texture, the face wise, like the contour, the ridge, to kind of keep it as good as possible. Trying to keep it as good as possible. That takes dedication, bro. And man, if a girl doing pole on a stripper pole is able to do acrobats, do not call her a hoe. All right, she is an athlete. Pole dancing is an athlete, and that right there, creating face mask, is considered dedication and concentration at work at the same level as stop motion animation, animation in general, and sculpting. That is actual dedicated work. Be you think of that. Think of that. Think of the dedication used in this game, right? And concentration that you cannot miss on that stuff. That is great artwork, right? And crazy enough to how you have a guy like this, right, who currently is the general, and we're not being fooled, and we're all catching on this face mask bullshit right here. I mean, this guy definitely is wearing a face mask. Look at the lighting is going down, all right? The lighting is turning the lighting down. Look at her. Look at him. We already can tell that stuff. These people rushed too hard on that face mask workout. While they made good face mask features, where is it? Right? They made good face mask features on this guy. This guy is an independent face mask guy. And look at him, bro.
His neck's gonna be a bit thicker.
Like of course, the neck is thicker, the head is bigger. Of course, it doesn't match the arms, but it still works fine. You could have expanded the neck so you would be convinced, the world would convince, okay, that's an actual person, you know?
Maybe a digital filter, but why would a digital filter add a second neck to you? I mean, I'm not saying.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, okay, that's another thing. They might have used AI on that part. That's a digital filter, so to make sure that guy doesn't kind of convince you. But this is nothing more compared that, like, they had this guy right here, who sounds good, who sounds like the Admiral, like Robert Artman. Yeah, Robert Howard, that's his name, right? Robert Howard. Sounds like Robert Howard. Yeah, the real Robert Howard looks a little thinner than that. I mean, he might be buffed. I think this Robert Howard, who has the big thick neck, is actually buffed compared to the face mask, who I don't think he's buffed at all. He's a little probably on a more slimmer side, because you could have hidden that, you could have buttoned that shit up right there, man. Everybody's probably thinking, yo, what in the Halloween Horror Nights bullshit is this now on my Fox News, yo? Why am I having special effects in my Fox News, bro? I'm trying to stand for what's right, yo, in Fox News, bro. Oh my God, it's fucking hilarious. You know, you guys gotta have the most amazing, talented people. Like, I'm gonna say this to you, bro. Courtroom sketch artists and face mask people who are using for missions, you have to be the most talented. If you imagine back in the day when you're doing face masks, you had to have dedication. Now you have AI and rendering. You got to do it for you. But still, there are people still willing to do it with hand. That needs to be dedicated, right? Not AI. Support the artists. That is Artstream.
Again, his eyes are a little bit sunken in more. His neck's going to be a bit thicker. Maybe a digital filter, but why would a digital filter add a second neck to you? I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't, but the collar doesn't cover his neck. Yeah, why would... I mean, that could be a thing because he's not wearing a suit here, and he is wearing a suit there. And then he was wearing a suit, so it hits him differently. I don't... Possibly a wardrobe malfunction? This mask is for the public, too. See, I got way better masks. I kind of feel like, why would he get a mask in some of it unless you had somebody else playing him on camera? This wasn't actually him. He's a reptilian because, yeah, masks are real. Very probable that wasn't him. But then they're saying, yo, infiltration over invasion. JFK was talking about them the entire time. Who is this guy? Him. Why does he have reptilian eyes? I mean, we're kind of going off the deep end. And again,
hey, yo, man, and listen, man, hey, we got, at least we is helping us to bring out together, okay? Decoy, come on, dude, Decoy. At least this is giving us the part of the image that we love this, all right? That now they're among us. We're not alone in the universe. That's the good news. That's the good news. We're not alone in the universe. And that's something to smile about, yo. That is something, although to be feared about too. Look at Jeff
and like I said, this thing around the The ear, a lot of people say, oh, some people, they disappear. They replace you with a clone because the ears are different. But that's just when you get a facelift. I think they use your earlobes and they pin that back. So like, it makes your face look, some people say it makes you look more youthful. I think it makes you look older. But you get a facelift, they pin everything back, but it's like you lose your earlobe, and also it bunches up the skin hair because they're just trying to fix the front of your face, not necessarily the side. This just looks like a bad facelift. But I wouldn't put it past.
Yeah, yes. I'm convinced too that is a bad facelift too. Yeah, man, they did like, hey, I mean, doctors these days, man. Hey, respect the doctors, okay? They're doing their job, man. Respect the doctors. They're doing their job. They're trying to make it nice and good. They're trying to, they're trying to do their very best to make sure they're getting paid millions of dollars, but they still not every doctor is talented, okay? Man, look at Koreans, man. They're under plastic surgery. the high plastic. Yes, like, man, Jeff Bezos probably went to North Korea to do a facelift. I hope so. He went to North Korea to do a facelift because he needed one. Man, he's rich. He can do whatever he wants. He wants to look youthful. Let him be youthful. What about that other guy who was trying to become 18 years old eternally?
Because remember this.
North Carolina, and he was a very conservative guy who was very, very.
Oh my gosh, that's a mask.
Okay, could just be a really old guy. Could just be a really old guy. But then also remember, Illuminati bot. Everybody's talking about this. I can't believe they try to pass this on. Hey, it's Joe Biden, guys. He's not sundowning. He's not sundowning. He doesn't have body doubles, even though like all world leaders have body doubles, from like leaders in Iran, Chinese leaders, probably our presidents, to Queen Amidala. They have body doubles. It's good security. But talking about really tall Biden. Yeah. Did Biden's playing in the league now? Like, Putin's a double? Possibly. But yeah, he definitely has body doubles, because there's no way you're telling me that this is him. They try to pass us off. What? And it's not even like, hey, he said we got to put new 6 foot long Biden, Baron Biden, Larry Bird status. I mean, it's gotta be, right? There's no way this was actually him. You can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, look at his waist. Like, his waist is here. It's gotta be a mask.
Yo, like, hey, man, that's the funny shit too. I think that's it today, man. I think it's past what? It's already past. It's already past it. We have there's more there to it to this point on, man. I mean, look, whoever's to say that they have, like, I don't know, their own self-esteem of trying to do future stuff. I mean, I all in all, I'm just a guy. Like, I'm someone. I just recently came from Quebec. Okay, I'm just saying that. Okay, I recently just came from Quebec just to have a good time. Thank God I touched grass. If you've already seen my recent videos and on the shorts, I was touching some grass. Hey, hey. Come and touch some grass. Yes, I touched grass, and you should too. In the name of this madness that's going down in this country, I'm Element Reptile, and I address to you to turn off the phone, or put down the phone, turn off the computer, and touch grass. And for that, you and I bless, baby.